Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Tuesday, August 9th, 2016. Our main fire potential impacts over the next few days will be some winds with low relative humidity. Those will occur this afternoon across the area highlighted in orange, so portions of Nevada, Utah, Idaho. And part of the concern with these winds and low relative humidities is the potential for holdovers. We've had a lot of lightning recently, and with this wind and low relative humidity, we could see some new fires pop up that are holdovers from that lightning. There's also a concern for some lightning Wednesday night into Thursday morning across the area highlighted in red. Over the past 24 hours, there was not much in the way of precipitation across the Great Basin. The map on the left shows that there were really just some light showers across portions of eastern Utah and portions of Idaho. There was a bit of lightning across these same areas as well. Initial attack yesterday was light, with about 25 new starts across the Great Basin. There are also some ongoing larger fires across the area. I thought it would be interesting to look at how we compare to average over the past 90 days, so looking a little further back than we typically do. The map on the left shows how our temperature over the past 90 days compares to average. You can see with all the oranges and reds on the map, we're averaging about 2 to 4 degrees above normal across pretty much the entire Great Basin as far as temperature goes. The map on the right shows the percent of average as far as precipitation. This is over the past 90 days. And it's really interesting to notice how dry most of the Great Basin has been. You can see much of Utah and Idaho and Nevada has been below average as far as precipitation. The exception to this is across southern Utah, southern Nevada, where we have had some of that monsoonal moisture. But really, the north and central portions of the Great Basin have been below normal for really the past 90 days. And that explains why our ERCs across these areas are so high. You can see, again, across the northern and central portions of the area, for the most part, our ERCs are above that 80th and even 90th percentile. And that is related to our above normal temperatures and our below normal precipitation across these areas. I pulled up the charts for GB5 and GB20 because this is where we are expecting a lot of the wind today, and you can see that these PSAs are well above normal with GB20 in record territory. Looking at live fuel moistures for some of these same areas, you can see we are below normal. This is for sagebrush for most of these areas, but with the exception of that Steck Park site not setting records as far as sagebrush live fuel moisture. We are expecting winds across much of the northern part of the Great Basin this afternoon, and so the orange areas on the map on the right are those areas that we are expecting those gusty winds to develop. Looking in a little more detail, you can see the map on the left shows really in more detail the areas where those gusty winds are expected. In general, winds 25 to 35 miles an hour with gusts of 40 miles an hour possible. It'll also be pretty dry. Relative humidities are on the right, and you can see much of the area below 15% humidity. As we move into Wednesday, that low pressure system will make its way to the north and the east. And with the secondary disturbance moving across the northern part of the Great Basin Wednesday evening into Wednesday night, we are concerned about dry lightning for portions of northern Utah and northeastern Nevada, and those areas are highlighted on the map. It won't go quite as far south as is highlighted. That's kind of a big area. It'll be mainly the northern part of that northwestern Utah area. In more detail for Wednesday, you can see lighter winds on the left and still dry relative humidities on the right. On Thursday, we'll start to see some drier air moving into the western part of the Great Basin. We could still see some gusty winds across southwestern Utah, but we're not too concerned about the southern part of the Great Basin where it's been a bit wetter. Looking over the next 3 days, we are expecting some precipitation, mainly across the eastern portions of the Great Basin, so eastern Utah, southern Utah, far eastern Nevada. As we move into Friday, high pressure will build. That will result in some decreasing winds, increasing temperatures, and decreasing relative humidities. As we move into Saturday, that dry air continues to spread across the Great Basin. That continues into Sunday, and on Monday there is a potential for a little bit of moisture to return to the area. If we look at precipitation accumulation in that Friday to Sunday time frame, you can see it really dries out moving into the weekend. Finally, looking at the 8 to 14 day period, the Climate Protection Center is calling for above normal temperatures with below normal precipitation across the area. So that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Our information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thanks.